The new setup is cool.
Yes, do you like the setup, Haylo?
I do. You did a good job.
Hell yeah.
I like all the posters up here.
Yeah, the tins.
I like that golden brashes in the middle.
Yes, that's yours, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That was my COVID painting.
I had to make that during COVID. It's my
You get together with your girls on Zoom and you just pick a painting.
Yeah.
And that was our choice, and we all painted the same thing. It was fun.
Yeah, Squidward.
If you know, you know.
SpongeBob, classic. But
we're not here to talk about SpongeBob.
Yes, what are we here to review today?
Dun, dun.
We already dropped the actress. What is the movie that she's in?
The Notebook. We're here to talk about The Notebook, guys, actually.
The Notebook. It's actually one of the first movies I've seen her in, though. Rachel McAdams. But we're here to review Send Help. We're going to do a spoiler... we're going to do a spoiler-free review as per usual, and then we're going to give you the spoiled it warning, as we always do, and then go in the spoiler territory as we talk about spoilers for Sam Raimi's new film, Send Help. We were able to see an early access, actually, of it.
On Saturday.
Yeah, on Saturday. And, it was definitely... I was interested in this from seeing the trailers and everything. Definitely seems like a very... It's kind of like his return to horror, and especially R-rated horror, because isn't that one that you like that he did? That's PG-13, right?
What, Drag Me to Hell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that shit gave me... I told you, that was like the first movie that gave me legit nightmares. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear people...
I didn't sleep for 2 nights because I was terrified of that movie.
I hear people say that's great.
It's very fucking... Well, I saw it when I was 11 too, so I was just like...
I've looked at lists ranking his movies and everything, and that's one that always ranks really high. Actually, I was surprised.
Yeah. It's a very good horror movie. You haven't seen it yet. Pose, I'm trying to get Leon to watch it. He's not.
I'm not a big horror
movie
movie person.
So this was a lot to get him to see this, but he said he was interested.
Yo. Well, I'll do anything for Sam Raimi. I like Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire. Definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. As you know, I've seen it 3 times or 4 times in the past 2 years. That's like a comfort movie for me.
Is this the first movie that he's done with these actors, or has he done anything with Dylan?
I don't know.
Dylan O'Brien?
I actually don't know.
If he...
Maybe Rachel McAdams, because she's been around for a while, but I don't think Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah, but wasn't Dylan O'Brien first in the, oh my god, what were those movies that he was in?
Maze Runner?
Yes. Sam Raimi had
No, he didn't. I don't think. Unless he produced or something, but I don't think he did. That's Wes Ball is the guy who directed those. He's going to be the person directing the live-action Legend of Zelda movie coming out.
Oh. Okay. Well...
But he may be producing or something, but I don't know. I mainly know Sam Raimi, what he's directed, kind of, and even he's like Martin Scorsese for me, where he's one of my favorite directors, but I haven't seen so many of his movies still. But I have seen Evil Dead, which is, I've seen all of his Evil Deads, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, seen some of Ash vs. Evil Dead. Not all of that, though, but I think he had more of a producing kind of role with that. I think he directed the first episode, but I've seen that, so I think beyond that he was more producing. But always love his work. I think his horror stuff, you can kind of see the influences in stuff like Spider-Man, which is what I initially grew up with Sam Raimi, was seeing Spider-Man and stuff. And then you see some of these horror movies and you're like, I see the little shots and stuff like that he does. I see some of that stuff even in his superhero movies too.
Yeah.
And he's almost kind of got a campiness to him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Where I feel a lot of other people, if they tried to do this sort of stuff he tries to do with some of these movies, with some of these scenes that they had, it's a little campy almost. But I just think that's part of his charm in a way too. Because there was legitimately points when we were watching this new one that I was going is this gonna be too much camp for me? Kinda, or are they gonna push it too much? And
No.
like I think they kind of maybe did initially
Mm.
in some ways, but like
Towards the beginning.
it was mainly like with like a lot of the stuff with her like talking to herself and like stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I thought that was like I don't know. I thought that was already where I was starting to get clues about like what they were going to potentially do with this character.
Mm.
And I
Yeah.
just felt like it was a little heavy-handed, and like they kind of do that stuff in some other movies too,
Mm.
where like almost like the person that talks to themselves is like gonna be the person you know is gonna be crazy. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, I guess that could
She
be
was
like
talking to the.
true. She was talking to the bird too, but then there was even points where she was kind of like talking to coworkers and stuff, and like they just not reading the room of like no one really gave a shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But then actually, I'll bring that up right now so we don't forget it. That brings me to one of the points we were talking about is like some of that I think also in the beginning what it was for me with that sort of stuff, why it wasn't working fully was that like it was a little bit unbelievable where I was kind of like really like Rachel McAdams is kind of like a loser or something, like no one likes her, like they think she's like the ugly like cat lady of like the office or
I mean,
something
they
like
kind of make
that.
her. I mean, look at her.
'Cause, like,
look at her in this trailer.
I think she
I
looks
think they did a
good.
good job. I mean, yeah,
No,
she
I think she
does.
looks good throughout all of this. I don't know.
Oh no, when you see her like in the movie, she's a baddie.
Obviously, when she got
I
like,
was like, God
obviously
damn.
when she's
But,
got like tuna fish on or whatever, like
Yeah,
that's not
well-
very attractive. But like they did her dirty there, and it's like otherwise, like she looks fine. Like she looks good like throughout this. And it just felt to me a little bit like an Andrew.
Everybody thinks Rachel McAdams. Notebook. Everybody's.
But it's kind of like Andrew Garfield. It felt like to me with like the Amazing Spider-Man, where they're trying to convince you like,
that he's
oh, he's like a nerd, no one
nerdy.
likes him, and he's like, yeah, just some nerdy kid, kind of like ugly nerdy kid.
You're
And it's like,
look at him.
yeah.
There's no fucking way.
So there was a little bit of that to me with this character a bit, because especially when she got to the island, like. I felt like when she becomes like a badass almost, like she kind of just becomes even more hot in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's
That's
just,
what I said. I was like,
yeah.
When she's in the woods, I was like, okay.
Yeah. So it's just like that. Do you get what I'm saying though?
Yes, I know what you mean.
So like to me, eventually that.
Y'all were simping over.
Yeah.
Rachel McAdams 'cause she-
And to me, like it's not even like really something that I would say took points off, but like it's just kind of a odd thing. I think a little bit, but otherwise, I really thought this movie was pretty good. I liked it. I liked that it's basically about like two characters, really, right?
Yeah.
Her and her fucking younger dickhead boss.
Without getting into the spoilers, yeah, it's like you can see she's just got this very young dickhead boss,
Mm-hmm.
and she's basically just being taken advantage of in a
Yeah.
company. that
Where
her father her father was like friends with the person that started the company, so she was.
it's just the classic, just like any of these things with these
Yeah,
office
yeah,
job
yeah.
sort of ones where like she's the one that like, you know, does all the work and then some guy comes by and he talks to her. Hey, you got those documents? The
Well, you don't. Are we getting into spoilers? Because this is
That's
all-
not really like it. Yeah, it's fine. We can talk about stuff like this. Like yeah.
But
But
he just
basically like just stuff.
taking the credit of like.
Yeah,
hard work
people that take the
she's-
credit of like other harder people kind of. So it's just
And she's basically.
we've seen that
promised a
trope in
higher position where
we've seen
she
that
works.
trope in movies before is what I'm trying to say
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Where like that's
The
definitely
person
something
gets screwed over by like their boss or whatever. Like yeah, we've seen that in plenty of movies.
like it's in like Office
Horrible
Space
bosses
and yeah, horrible bosses and like other like I said like other ones that kind of have like office job sort of
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. So like we've seen this trope before and like I think it's not about the trope though, it's about where they take it.
Yeah.
Cuz like I think it does take it to new places.
Yeah.
And also I think with this movie the other thing was like with them doing an island, I was like I really hope they don't do some bullshit with this like where there's like some mystical elements or something like
no.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was
Or
like
do they
really
try to make it as real?
I was hoping and praying for like, God, please don't add some fucking element like that to this. And somewhat of a spoiler, I guess, but they do not do that. It sticks to like survival, R-rated, gory, gross out, like sort of things, and then playing on this dynamic of basically this person, like we said, that feels underappreciated, but basically has this boss that they get stranded with, and kind of initially feeling like I have to take care of this person, and then kind of maybe eventually realizing like, man, like we're not in the office anymore. Like they say that in the trailer. It's like I don't have to do shit for you. Like I'm just being nice. Like she is a nice person ultimately at the end of the
She
day.
just tries to be, literally be nice to all her coworkers, but they just kind of treat her like shit. Like, you know,
I think it's
even like, coworkers are like, "Hey, we're going out tonight,"
Yep.
and then she's like, like I want to join, and they're just like staring at her.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. And to me, that was like where I was saying like kind of part of that wasn't working for me, where it was just like, really, like you're not gonna. Like you're gonna just act like she's being awkward or something right now, and it's like Rachel McAdams or something. Like I just wasn't buying that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like just people would have been like, "Oh, like of course you can go," Like it didn't feel fully natural to me.
Yeah.
But since that was what they decided to do, like, and like I said, it's more about where they take that concept. I thought it was really interesting, like that without going into spoilers or anything. It was interesting how I seem to feel like we walked away from this, like where you kind of felt like you were siding with one character more, and I felt like I kind of sided with one character more. And I feel like in a way that's just because it shows how good of a job they did with just all of that in this movie, like with kind of making you sympathize with like the characters, because I can see like your point of view, and there was points where I was feeling that way as well, but it's almost like I think they do a really good job of almost making you like almost like not know who to root for, or like not know, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
You're like, yeah, F this person. And
Yeah.
Then also, like, at one point, like, wait, now F this person.
Yeah.
And you're like, you get why they're doing the things that they're doing, both of them. And you're just kind of like, well, not so much towards the end. But, yeah.
And it was interesting
We'll get into that.
There was also kind of like a love element thing kind of there too, or like a romance element they kind of played on too.
Romance.
And like I thought like the way they play on that is really interesting too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like we'll go into that later too, but like just the way that they they have certain things in these things where you go like, I hope to God they don't do this. And I think they did a good job of not doing that, and then like subverting people's expectations of what they might do with certain little arcs like that, especially. Like we said, this is R-rated, this is very brutal. So yeah, don't expect like super happy endings or anything. This is Sam Raimi.
Yeah, there's no
horror
happy
movie. Yeah.
There's no happy ending to this movie.
Yeah.
Well, there's no happy ending to Drag Me to Hell, and he did the same thing. Like,
no, but some could
Drag Me to Hell. The ending, y'all. The ending to Drag Me to Hell, which is directed by Sam Raimi, is the reason I have nightmares. Literally the.
Yeah, you say that's one of the frequent nightmares you have, right?
Is just that fucking ending scene.
Uh-huh.
You know, and if you've seen that movie, that fucking terrified me as a child.
But I feel like even that, like with this ending, like you were saying, is true, but it's also like a little bit like you can even fight that though, because I feel like it is a little bit like you could debate there is a happy ending.
Kind of.
In like a fucked up way.
For one person, but like in a fucked up way. Like
yeah.
you said, you know?
But
yeah.
I think it's like very interesting movie because it relies a lot on like kind of characters you don't like. But like somehow I found myself very invested in what was going on and like what was going to happen. Yeah. Because I think it shows the writing was ultimately like really good.
Yeah.
Or he was doing a good enough job with the writing and keeping you on your toes with certain elements and stuff like that. That you really didn't know where the story was going to kind of play out to. And there is like a little bit of a twist too. Or two, I would say, maybe even, right? So yeah,
there's like multiple twists. You're like, oh.
Yeah, I guess there kind of is, yeah. But did you think all those played well, or I thought they all played pretty well?
Yeah.
I think the biggest twist was kind of maybe the one that had maybe the most potential holes kind of in it. but even that I was fine with.
Talking about the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But but
otherwise I thought, really solid. Really solid direction. If you're, like I said, we kind of mentioned gross out gags too. Like, it's not just gore and stuff. Like, there's definitely some stuff in this that if you're not
trigger warning.
a fan of gore,
If you're not a fan of
you're
gore,
just
if you're not
gonna
a fan of vomiting, if you're not a fan of
like
blood,
eyes
if you're
popping
not a
out
fan
of
eyes popping out, if you're not a fan of also like if you have the fear of flying on a plane, this movie will not help you.
Vomiting.
I said vomiting.
Oh, you did? Yes. Well, it does happen multiple times.
Only because I hate it.
It happens multiple times, so I guess we should say it multiple times.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, and it's like we said, it's not just vomiting, it's a gag kind of with vomiting, so it's like a little bit more involved. So if you don't like that sort of stuff, probably not the movie for you. Pose, but
I also, like I said, scared of like flying on a plane and shit like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I literally like have a fear of what that happening literally in the trailer.
It's not very jump scary though, I would say, right?
No.
Which I like. There is one.
Well,
I guess there was
trailer,
one.
So I guess it's not even a spoiler right now. Like the boar.
Oh yeah, so 2 technically.
Like that shit was scary.
There was 2 technically then.
What was the other one you're thinking?
The other one was it's kind of a spoiler, but not even really. It involves one of the just random people on the plane, their body kind of just going like, and like doing a little jump scare, like when they're like getting off the plane or something after it's crashed. I think.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of like more of like I said, one of those Sam Raimi trademark things where they're kind of, it was like almost like a reference to kind of Evil Dead with like a half like undead corpse kind of like in front of so it seemed very much kind of like a call out to something like that, but it was definitely like a jump scare moment. But there's like 2 or 3 at most, I think, in this. It wasn't
that scene with the boar was fucking scary. I was like, because I thought the same thing when she was like, I'm gonna go try to kill a boar.
I had a feeling that
I was like, those things are fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
I've seen so many things that those animals are so if you're actually stuck on an island with
that's
a
boar.
A
great scene though, the boar
the fucking
part.
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, just her screaming.
And we got nice recliner seats to fucking watch all that on with this. That was great.
I vote going back to that theater.
Showcase Hanover.
Yeah.
Good job.
It was so that was a standard theater.
Good job, Showcase.
I was very comfortable.
We love you.
But yeah, so all around, good movie. Good movie about fucking survival.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I was like, low key, God forbid, if I ever get into a plane crash.
Mm.
At least I know some kind of survival tactics from Rachel McAdams.
True.
Like, in the lucky event that I don't want to wish this shit into existence. But it's just crazy. It's just, you learn shit. You're like, oh yeah.
Thanks, Rachel.
Thanks, Rachel. I know to tie this together and this together to make a...
Did you see that in the credits? They had stuff that was showing that too.
No.
We didn't stay fully for the credits, but they had like a whole thing that was basically showing like little survival things.
Wow, that's cool.
So
yeah.
But would you like to get into the spoiled it section?
So if you didn't already know that Rachel McAdams is I don't know, we didn't even kind of give that synopsis, but she's fucking a loner that also is obsessed with survival. It's kind of spoilers, but it's just like throughout the movie before they get stranded on the island, they just indicate that she's like obsessed with
the show Survivor. Yeah.
She's like, that's like her favorite thing. She has like a bunch of like survival books.
I think that was another thing I was wondering, like, is that going to be campy, like the fact that they kind of did that? But even that was kind of worked for me too, and it was kind of funny because it was like she actually was so obsessed with it, she actually like used some of that to her advantage, I guess it seems like, when she actually got into this survival situation.
Yes.
So that was funny to as well. I think it actually just added to the kind of slight comedic elements that he adds to these things too, because there's definitely some comedy here too.
Mm.
But yeah, overall, before we get into spoiled it, would definitely recommend this to you guys. We were, with the early access screening we saw, we weren't able to see it in RPX or IMAX, but I would definitely recommend seeing it in a premium format when it comes out.
IMAX would be kind of dope.
Yeah.
That would be kind of
It would definitely
be
even
loud
be
as shit.
it would be a movie I would even re-see, I think. So
Honestly, agree. I would go see it.
high regards, definitely passes my re-see tests, which is at least means it's over a 7 out of 10 for me. Even though we don't give like official ratings or scored ratings, but it's at least over my. I would re-see it. Yeah,
I would re-see it. It was really, really good.
And then yeah. So I think everything else though with this we can't really go into without going in the spoilers, guys. So we're gonna go in the spoiled it territory, and you know what that means. Get out or stay. But we're going in the spoilers. So
you've been spoiled.
1, 2, 3. All right, get out. There's enough time. All right. So, what are some of the biggest spoilers we wanted to go into with this, Haylo?
Ooh. That Rachel McAdams is a crazy beach.
Yes.
She is the villain pretty much in this movie.
Yeah.
She is not a good person.
Yeah.
She's got some fucked up.
I guess she is basically the villain in the end.
Yeah. Sam makes you think that Dylan O'Brien is the villain because he's the dickhead boss that didn't give her the promotion that she thought she deserved. So you're like, oh, like, screw this guy. He's such a jerk. Like, and she's taking care. Like, basically, the whole movie is, like, her taking care of him because she knows all the survival stuff. And
it was really one of those cases, though, where, like we talked about earlier, though, like, I feel like I just sided with her in the end. And I was actually happy with the ending, too. Like, where I was just like...
I don't know. It was unsettling. I was like, damn. Okay, but, like, his fiance...
I know.
His
fiance
and that other guy did not deserve to die. She did not have to kill those people. So I don't...
she shouldn't have come to the island. I don't know what the fuck she was thinking. Why did she...
What do you mean the fuck she was thinking?
Why did she come?
Why did... her fiance. She was like, I need to...
How the hell did she get there, but the fucking officials couldn't come there and try to find them? What the fuck?
They just gave up the search. They were like, no. But anyways. Yeah.
She's some genius fiance. Jesus.
Spoiler, there were a lot of people on that plane, but it was like his, Dylan O'Brien's character. It was like his like best friend or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And then some other fucking frat bro dickhead coworker
that he was friends with in college that he was gonna make like his, you know.
Yo, you're gonna be vice president now, bro. Fuck her. I call the shots.
You don't have any experience or anything.
She's been here for 7 years and fucking literally does everything, but...
Yeah, his friend was a dick because she had written up this, like, whole I don't know what it was. It was, like, a proposal or something for their company.
Mm-hmm.
And she had put her name on a sticky note. Remember that? And then
yeah. She probably should have put her name just in the fucking document.
I know, that's what I would have said, but...
That was kind of her dipshit move, I was thinking.
but she
that was just
put a sticky note with her name.
Still a
and she was
dick
like,
move.
Please, like, let them know that I worked on this. And then he, like, went into the meeting, and you could see him, like, take off the sticky note and crumble it and throw it in the trash. And then he's like, I worked all night on this, baby. And I was like, fucking asshole. Oh, my God. So, you know... You're like, fuck this guy. So you're like, right, let's kill him off first. So, yeah,
I just hated all of them so much.
God,
I think I was just... It really does a good job of just making you hate this character because...
They were also making fun of her before the plane crash.
They bully her.
They bullied her. They, like, pulled up a video on their laptop of, like, her basically, like, auditioning for Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're all like, like, laughing at her. And she, like, sees it. And then the plane just fucking goes down.
It was instant karma.
Instant karma.
So and the way
when the plane's crashing and everything, that fucking dickhead guy was like about to follow the plane. She grabs him and he's like, "Give me your seat." give me your seat, screaming at her as the plane's just crashing. I'm like, what a fucking asshole.
Mm-hmm.
So he dies. So there you go. There's your first spoiler death. But, you know.
Spoiler. We're all spoilers now, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Any spoilers may be dropped.
Yeah, we're in spoiler territory. No, I won't go through that much. But yeah, just, she's the villain.
Yeah.
I know you said you side with her, but she does some fucked up shit.
Well, she is, like, fucked.
It just
she is
basically
tapped.
what this movie is just her enabling him. So basically, like, they're stranded on there for a long time, and there is a point in the movie that she sees a rescue boat, but she literally is like, not yet. She literally says that out loud.
Well, know what else I was thinking? Because that stuff was fucked too, how she was doing that. But then also at the same time, it's just like, yeah, but dude, you could have gotten up off your ass and actually done stuff. Like, I know at first he was, like, injured, but I just feel like he got a little too used to eventually, like, oh, you're kind of just the one doing everything.
Yeah, he
like,
did.
I'm just going to rely on, you know? So it's just kind of like, well, that's just your fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it is that that's wrong of, it's extremely wrong of her to do that. But in the end, that is her choice. And she forced it to be his choice too. But like I said, like, in a way, he kind of did the same thing where it's like he was kind of just kept going back to her, like, and having her basically do all the work for them and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where, like, she was made the whole camp and the fire and took care of them and all that stuff too. And then he was just, like, super unappreciative and then, like, really tried to, like, kill her. I think he tried to kill her too.
I think he tried to kill her first.
Yeah. So that was also why, like, I was just like, fuck this dude. Like, you know what? Fuck
and then
him.
I did call him a fucking idiot when he, like, went on the raft.
Yeah.
In the middle of, it was literally the biggest storm in the ocean. He just made his, like, stupid ass little raft.
Because, like I said to you,
fuck you, Linda!
well, it's like I said to you, I'm like, she has to sleep. Like, why the fuck could he have not just done that when fucking she just went to bed? Like, why do you have to try to kill her and then fucking do that? So, like, fuck him.
Yeah.
He got everything that was coming to him in this. Like, I agree with you. The fiance and the
well, she was
the
kind of
boat
being
guy
crazy
didn't
with it.
need
I
to.
think she had some unrealistic expectation. I think she had, like, feelings for him. She
did.
developed, and she was just like, oh my god, maybe I'm gonna, like, sleep with him.
But he was also,
once
once again, like, kind of a dick because he just, like, I think used that to his advantage and, like, kind of led her on, you know?
Oh, yeah. He was
so, like, yeah, nothing we're saying right now. I'm, like, trying to find things, like, in his defense, and I'm like, you got nothing, dude. Like, you suck.
Yeah,
like, you really are. Her. You really are just the worst.
He was like, he did it in a fucking diabolical way, too. Remember? He was like, can I make you dinner?
Yeah.
And then he fucking poisoned her. With, like,
yeah, that was a dickhead move.
Yeah.
But that's why I said, like, I think they did clever ways of, like, playing on the fact that he knew.
But then she got right back at him, if we want to spoil that, when she gave him the fish.
Yeah, the octopus.
Yeah, I don't know, it was like a some octopus.
Bluefin octopus or something.
My marine biology pose might know. I don't know.
Yes.
But, yeah, he ate it and basically, like, paralyzed him, and she was like, it basically they were implying that she was, like, gonna, like, cut off his balls.
Yeah.
And
she was trying to make him think that that's what she was doing because he couldn't feel anything.
He couldn't feel or see. He was, like, basically just, like, staring straight, so he couldn't, like, look down and see what she was doing. So she gave the impression that she was, but she wasn't. But they sure made the audience think that.
Yeah, that was a tough moment.
Yeah.
Only to
I'm
realize.
not a male.
Only to realize, oh, no, they're faking you out. I was like, thank God.
But that was... Damn, Sam.
Yeah, that would have been rough.
But yeah, basically, like, not to go off the rails. But yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she just didn't... She was just... Felt like she was falling for him more and more. So then she was like, I want to stay on this island. So she was just, like, finding every way to keep him there. And, like, we talked about, like, the fiance didn't give up searching for him, so she, like, hired her own, just, like, her own person to bring her to that
boat
island.
guide or something.
And Rachel McAdams' character basically
is the one that finds them,
leads them, and she's like, I know this path. And it's, like, basically walking along the side of a cliff And,
it's like really high up.
yeah, and there was just a weak spot, and they fell. And yeah.
I love how that weak spot fucking got twice.
Yeah. Well, she had originally fallen on that weak spot, and Dylan O'Brien's character saved her, and she was like. So then she used that to her advantage to kill his fiance.
Yeah.
So she, like, that's why I was kind of leaning more towards, like, fuck her. Because I'm just like, she killed 2 people that didn't have to die.
Yeah. No, they did do things at points that kind of trick your mind, though, of, like, making you side like, with Dylan O'Brien. But then I just think
now
there's...
this bitch is crazy.
But
She's
then there was
people,
just
I would
always...
kill her too.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Was crazy, like you said. Yeah, you're just like, whose side am I on right now?
I think it's one of those ones where you could rewatch it, too, and then feel differently. Like, that's how well they do it. So... That's why I also am interested to see it again.
The biggest spoiler of them all is one of them dies.
Who?
Dylan O'Brien.
Oh, that wasn't the big... Well, that is probably the biggest spoiler, but you forgot another one. The house.
Oh, yeah. That the whole time there was, like, a mansion.
And she was accessing that.
She was accessing a man. Some, like, Wall Street billionaire had built a mansion on that island. She had told Dylan O'Brien's character that when they were hiking one day, she was like, oh, see those 2 rocks that are in the shape of an X? Don't go through there, because that's filled with, like, thorns that will kill you and everything. And turns out it was just a mansion.
Because when they first get there, like, he can't really walk.
Yeah.
So she's taking care of him. Mm-hmm. But then after a little bit, he starts to, like, be able to walk with a cane. And then after a bit, even later, he can walk just fully. But, like, you know, he couldn't have done he's useless. He couldn't have done any of that without her help. And he's just continually unappreciative of it and a dickhead and just lying and everything, too. So, like, yeah. But then you do see that she's crazy. Like, you see that she's crazy and you're like, oh, yeah, you probably should get the fuck out of there. This isn't good. Like... Like, she's got some screws loose and everything. But I don't know, yeah. So, overall, I liked it. It has a dark ending, you know, because ultimately he
ends up finding the mansion. He's like,
yeah.
Shit. And then, yeah, she basically is already in the mansion. And they're, like, basically, like, fighting with each other and trying to kill each other at the end. Because they, like, you know... She finds out that he finds out she killed his fiance, and so they're both just like fucking trying to kill each other. And then you know, he gives that whole speech. They give a whole fucking sorry guys. They give a whole fucking speech, and it's like, I love you.
Yeah.
I love you too. Like,
which is one of those.
Which he's basically bullshitting her because he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch. But
it's one of those moments that you're like, please don't make this actually like the ending or something.
No, I didn't feel that way at all.
I thought they might have like
no.
because
I knew for a fact I was like, he's just bullshitting her because he's like.
Well, I thought they might go that.
Gun. She had a full shotgun. Like, I'm gonna kill you. So
I thought they might just go that route because like even that would be dark. You know what I'm saying? Like where it's just like this is how our love was formed, basically. Where it's just like what the fuck, like
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I don't know, maybe it could have worked, but, like, I was just, like, I was kind of, when that was happening, I was like, please don't actually make this the case, because I don't know how I was feeling if they did that, because I felt like the whole time he was just using her, like, and he knew that she kind of liked him, but, like, was just using that to his advantage. He didn't actually feel the same way at all. So I feel like that would have just not felt genuine if they had done that at the end.
Right.
But also I could have kind of seen it because like I just feel like he's so useless and just like has nothing basically that like I think they're part of what he was saying during that speech, even though I don't know. Maybe it wasn't him lying. Like maybe it was because he was trying to do it to kill her, but maybe he was actually kind of like saying partially a truth of his. Because like I don't know, this guy just seems fucked up, and also it's just like it seems like she did actually help him a lot and like give, you know, and there actually were points, even though he was a dick a lot of the time, that there was some points she was actually able to like get him to kind of be normal or friendly, you know? So I don't know. it's interesting. I'm interested to see it again. And I'm interested to see what how other people feel about that whole thing, because I think it definitely is something that like makes it so that these characters were well written.
Yeah.
And you do want to rewatch it again.
Do you want to talk about her ending before we?
Oh yeah, the very last thing. Yeah, so
he dies basically is what they're implying, because
you don't see it though.
He tries to kill her, and then she like hits him upside the I don't know if she hits him in the head first with a golf club.
They don't show it.
They don't show. Well, they show her hitting him in the head, and then she like goes to hit him in the stomach, which I think was gonna kill him. And then it just cuts to a different scene, and it's her still golfing.
Yeah, but she said everyone died.
Yeah,
and she was like
she was like
finally
on like
at some point.
I don't know. She was like a famous like golf player, and they were like, "Oh, like we are here." Like a news reporter comes up to her, and they're like, "Oh, we are here today with like Linda, whatever her last name was,
Little or
Linda
something.
Little." It was like the last survivor of the horrific plane crash or whatever.
And basically, like, yeah, so she's just, I think she's
like
written like a book now.
Yeah, she like wrote a book. She's like living a completely different life. Yeah. And then, yeah.
She's no longer taking any shit. It just ends with her fucking driving off of her bird in the car, listening to tunes. Which was kind of one of those campy kind of moments, but Sam Raimi, so yeah, ultimately I think like a lot of it worked for me. And even though that was a dark ending kind of too, I was kind of just like somehow still kind of it worked because I was somewhat rooting for that character, even though I know that they're kind of fucked in a way. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just because like they did such a good job of just making you like kind of root for her, because like everyone was just such an asshole to her too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It was I would definitely see it again.
You got both sides of like, you had moments where you were like cringing at her, moments where you felt bad for her, and then like, yeah, so you kind of got like all of it a little bit, so.
And then, yeah, moments where you were like,
damn, this bitch
Dylan
is
O'Brien's
crazy.
character too. You were like, F this guy, and then you were like,
yeah,
great. I get it. No, F this guy. You
bounce around a lot.
But it's like in a good. It's not like in a
where it feels bad. Yeah, if it's in a good way that it bounces around, because it makes you not know how the story is gonna fully play out. But yeah, high I think marks from both of us. I think that's about it for spoilers, right? Not too many with this one. It's only an hour and 40 minutes probably without the credits, I believe. Hour 45 maybe.
Yeah.
I think it was
pretty
an hour.
Good.
But yeah, it
kept me invested.
Pacing was good. Yeah, I didn't check my phone or anything to see how much runtime we had left or anything. I was engaged.
For Leon and I, we had just like multiple people fighting in our theater.
Oh yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
what the fuck is going on back there? Jesus.
This movie really gets people heated.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but luckily the audio was so good.
His girlfriend was defending Rachel McAdams. He was defending Dylan O'Brien's character. They got into an argument in the middle of the theater. Shut the fuck up. That's what happened.
God, he's such a fucking dick. Hey, fuck you. She's a crazy bitch. Like that's like actually what was happening right there. It wasn't like him saying "fuck you, bitch." Like it was him like defending her or something. Like they were just like literally arguing about. It went on for like a decent bit though. But what I was gonna say is, luckily, maybe where you were sitting, you could hear it a little bit better. I feel like possibly, but somehow where I was sitting, I just kept hearing like the movie, and then just like occasionally, like very faintly, like "fucking bitch" or something like that. And I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, oh yeah, there's people fighting back there, but like the audio's so good
the not even the first time, before the movie even started, there was women behind us that were fighting also. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Not like as intensely
not
though.
As intense, but
like they were like,
"You're gonna sit next to me, you have to respect my like." And I was like,
yeah, everyone had a tude that day. I guess it was cold out. Where we got a bunch of snow, so I guess everyone was just pissed off like that. Leon it was about to come.
Happy. We enjoyed the movie.
Yes.
No arguments from us.
No arguments from us. Great job, Sam. Love you as always. I bought A Simple Plan because I've never seen that. Now I want to watch that.
I want Liam to watch Drag Me to Hell.
And I'm gonna watch that too, Sam. So, and I'm probably gonna watch Spider-Man.
Understands.
Probably gonna watch Spider-Man trilogy again in the next couple of months, I'm sure. So, and hopefully we get Toby in Doomsday. You know, or the new Spider-Man movie. But thank you for watching this one, Pose. As always, we love you guys. And if you want to follow,
a bunch of kids fucking like clapping and saying yay.
Yeah, could. I'm sure we could program it into the Stream Deck's buttons eventually. But if you want to follow Two Pose in a Pod, you can find us on YouTube at retro-TAINMENT and Girl TV Studios, Facebook at retro-TAINMENT and Girl TV, Instagram at Two Pose in a Pod and Borgeson L and Girl TV Official, X formerly Twitter at retro-TAINMENT and Girl TV, TikTok at retro-TAINMENT and Girl TV, and also you can find Two Pose on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Good Pods, iHeartRadio, Overcast, and Pocket Casts. Aw, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye, Pose.
Peace.